Instagram at driver's seat. What is it?
I like how you're swiveling while you're saying
Driver's
it.
seat with ABS.
You're like,
At driver's
Come
seat
on.
with ABS.
We got a bunch of behind the scenes.
Well, the
goodies.
problem
how did you get the swivel seat?
I got the swivel chair because I feel like out of the three of us, I move the least.
Yeah, I'm
Actually,
like
You two, it's like
I'm like,
fidget city over here.
Great answer.
Hey, so welcome back to another episode of In the Driver's Seat with ABS. Before we start off today's episode, be sure to follow our Instagram at
driver's seat
Yeah, driver's
with
seat
ABS.
with ABS. You know I can't
Very
remember
difficult.
these names too well, but
We're doing a lot of cool behind the scenes stuff on there.
we
Absolutely.
are. We post a lot of behind the scenes stuff of our adventures.
Barry driving the transport
Yep,
truck.
you driving the truck.
picking stuff up.
Donald
dropping
and
stuff
Jay
off.
behind their shoots and all the
Yeah.
different cars.
Yeah,
that
and we're
they
going to be
drive.
going to the Concours. The events are starting very soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
We'll have our own perspective of event coverage.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. We'll see how
Gonna
that
be good.
goes.
So we got a lot of events this year
Yes.
with a lot of cool cars going out, and we'll be at them.
We're
I
excited.
guess. I think
Yeah,
that's the.
yeah.
You'll get to
And
see.
I'm also glad we have Antonio back.
I'm
Are
happy
you?
to be back.
I mean, I am. It was refreshing without him. I like Steve too, but I mean, there's no way without Antonio. We got plenty of S's,
Yeah.
Back
That's true.
up.
A lot of S's.
but good to
Yeah,
have
we're
you,
happy
sir.
to have you back, all healthy, and
Thank you.
you know, we're living the dream over here.
Yeah. It goes on. It goes on. So I know that you, Ben, wanted to talk about some interesting things that you discovered this week, as I discovered, and as you discovered. So I don't know if
Yeah, I
you
thought. I mean, we.
want to man the helm here.
Yeah, I thought we'd bring a little new segment to the table. Just introduce a little topic that we each found interesting from the internet or something in the news this week. And I'll get started. So I believe it's January 2023 right now. I think we've been talking about this for a while. Is it going to happen? Is it not? I think the market is starting to come down, and I've seen some evidence.
The housing market, right?
No, the car market. I don't care about the housing market. I live with my parents. I'm 27. So Ben Mercer and Caitlin, they bought a 560 SL back in May. They paid a certain price for it. Tried to sell it recently. It did sell, but it didn't sell for that much money. It didn't sell for as much as they sold it for. So I'm thinking maybe it's winter, maybe the market's falling off, but I've been watching these cars since they bought that example, just to keep track on it and understand what, comparable cars were selling for. Last week on Bring a Trailer, and the red one that they own was bought and sold on Bring a Trailer recently, lost a few dollars on it. Recently, there was a 50,000 mile silver, not red, but silver 560 SL that didn't meet reserve at $25,000. And I've noticed this starting to happen with a number of cars. Do you think the market, guys, is starting to calm down?
I think it varies on the car. A similar thing happened to my friend Franco. He was selling his Fiat Spider, or Alpha
Franco
Spider,
with
sorry.
the Fiat Spider.
Alpha,
Franco con
not
la
Fiat.
Fiat.
Close.
Alfa Romeo.
And he had it on Bring a Trailer. He had a reserve, and it didn't hit reserve, so he didn't sell it.
Recently.
Similar time that Ben was selling his car.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
it could be a variety of things. It could have been timing. It could be, obviously it's the post-holiday time, which always sees a little bit. But there was like a dramatic difference as far as what things were selling for, like the Mercedes or what we thought this Alpha was going to bring. But like, if you go and Bring a Trailer right now, but you're seeing cars that also haven't hit the market yet. Like there's a GT4 RS on Bring a Trailer, which everyone is.
Well, that's
talking
on
about.
Obtanium almost.
That's what I'm saying. So it's at like 240,000 right now.
Yeah.
Which, if you get a fully spec'd one,
It's not going to be that
is
much.
like 220ish.
Yeah.
So I think you're gonna still see cars like on Obtanium, like the
Well, specialty
Porsches
cars,
or like
yeah.
the Ferrari, whatever F8s or whatever the new Ferrari is, or
Yeah.
there's a Singer on Bring a Trailer
Yeah.
right now that's gonna that just went live and it's at almost 900,000.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
there's always gonna be cars that, whether they're limited or in demand at that moment,
that are going to go for
that
big
are
bucks.
going to kind of.
Yeah.
But I feel like this GT4 RS is the first one I've seen at auction or
Yeah.
at a sales. So I think it's kind of going to set the bar. If it hits over 300, it'll be surprising.
I have one devil's advocate comment for that. I think all the high-end stuff above, call it 200, is still demanding a premium. The Facebook Marketplace stuff that we're all addicted to, I think it's starting to calm down a little. But there was a big article on, I think it was on The Drive, one of those new GR4 Corollas, sold from the dealer, heavy markup. Guy went right to bring a trailer and lost a lot of money on it.
Are you sure that wasn't the Civic Type R, or was it the...
No, it was just the other day. It was that Corolla.
I saw a similar thing about the Type R.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't get one, but I think 3 years ago, people would have paid to have one.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's starting to calm down. But something I've noticed and I want to keep kind of tabs on for the next couple months.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that from... I think there's I don't want... This, I guess, is a more biased thing, but I feel like, there's definitely a larger market for a GT4 RS than a Toyota Corolla, whatever R. I mean, how much is that car?
Corolla, well, with the markup, it was over 60, maybe even more than that.
I mean,
but base price is between, I think, like high 30s to
45 maybe
to mid 50s, depending on the trim you
car,
get.
though.
Yeah, no, it is a great car, but I feel like that's a car people already stretched for.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
As opposed to a car, and if it's in the $60,000 range, why am I getting that?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's again a bias of mine, but it's definitely interesting to see, and I think you're right. I think
we'll see.
But then
it's not like the bubble's popping, but you see the trends starting to kind of come together. But we've got the Scottsdale auctions this week. The team's all out there for that.
Yep.
We'll see if anything crazy happens out there.
Yeah.
I would say, like, I think there's certain cars, well, like, I don't know. I think the first one I really saw happen in real time was probably the E30 M3.
Oh, yeah, you were really you were right in that gen, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I test drove one in like 2000. That had to have been like 2010 when.
Did we even have our licenses at that point?
I was a freshman in high school. No,
I was 20.
Didn't know anything about cars.
He's showing his age.
Yeah.
And there was a classic car dealership, and they had one, and I was friendly with one of the salespeople there, and I was just texting him, and he was like, "Yeah, we have one. You want to come drive it?" And it was like, great example of a car, and it was nothing. I mean, now you can't. I mean,
what those go for, like 100 now?
No, you can't sniff them. Yeah, high mileage, 250K. It's probably 60 grand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, this one was a low mileage, very, from what I remember, very original, and I mean, they were. When you're looking at it now, it seems like they're giving it away. But I think we're always going to see the example of those cars, those like cars that people grew up with and really stretch for, always have a premium.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We also made a pact today, a kind of internal pact that we weren't going to talk about Porsches.
Not possible.
So we've already broken that
P
pact.
word.
We didn't even notice.
The P
yeah,
word.
The P
it's
word.
my fault.
So we're gonna try to see if we can avoid talking about Porsches for an entire episode, starting now.
It'll be a lot easier when I'm not in the.
Yeah. So we'll watch the market.
If I'm not in an episode, I can't help myself.
Well, us neither, but it's an addiction.
Neither can we.
Yeah.
So we'll see how these trends go. I mean, it's something I've been watching closely. I think it's very interesting. But what would you like to discuss today, Antonio?
Well, I'm gonna keep it with Italian stuff.
Good.
Italian stallion.
I was gonna bring up the P word, but now that you've set the precedence, I will.
Someone's gonna keep control here. Like Sam and Steve are sitting there, like just letting us go.
You gotta put the hammer down.
They failed.
No Porsche. You gotta put the hammer down.
I'll be that guy.
So, a couple things. I saw that there was a company that made a manual transmission for a 458 Speciale.
I saw that.
Which
Modificata.
Yeah, I think that's super cool. I don't know how much that'll help the driving experience of that car. I feel like that car is very centered around its engine and transmission, and is probably the best it can be. But in terms of pure driving enjoyment, if you're not worried about lap times or any of that stuff, I think the manual would be super fun in that car.
My first gut reaction is basically what you just said. I wonder what the driving experience will be like, because
some conversion kits are not good.
Yeah.
Well,
and they also, for me too, it's got it has to look like it came from the factory too.
Well,
for
it does.
me, I know.
But it looks really good.
It's really
it looks really good,
great.
and that's a big thing for me. Is like, especially if you do a swap like that. We've all seen the swaps in any, like some people do it in Land Rovers. They'll do a manual transmission swap, and you're like, what is happening?
It doesn't look good.
What happened there?
No,
Yeah,
it looks
so,
really good.
It looks like they made it
looks-
from the factory. I'm wondering how they geared it.
Well,
And
I'm curious how they geared it, but
Because it would be a 6-speed, not a 7-speed like in that car.
that's true.
Yeah,
That,
of
I didn't even
course.
think of that. That's a
Yeah,
good point.
yeah.
But my thing is, gated shifters are very glorified. Like from the outside, people love them.
Yeah.
But then you shift them, and it really takes it's not
Yes.
like a sequential box where you're just pulling something or like
It takes a little
a
bit of
BMW
practice.
you want to
Yeah.
abuse and just throw it into gear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like an M2,
Of
you can
course.
just abuse that gearbox.
Oh, yeah.
A gated
Easiest.
shifter, you can't just muscle in. You got to click it in.
Yeah.
Which
It's
takes time.
It's very direct.
I assume the clutch is going to be, the flywheel's going to be very light.
Yeah.
So it'll just be, I want to see someone drive it like Ted Word or
Yeah,
someone like that
yeah.
and get a true, honest impression of what it feels like.
Yeah, because like a Scuderia to me is like, or a Special, same thing, is...
Same thing.
This guy, he's like lost for words.
Same crap.
Can't,
We're not
talk
talking
about a
about Porsches.
GT3 RS or whatever. Yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, the Special. I mean, like, I know it's great on the track. You know, we've the one that one of that's in the collection has been to the track, and it's a beast on the track. But the part of me is like, I don't think I ever would drive that on the track. Like, I think if I'm bringing a
it's
car,
not a track car, but
Like-
what is it for?
Oh, with the stick.
With the stick.
conversion.
no.
Yeah.
With I'm saying with the paddle shifter. So what I'm saying
Why?
is
'Cause it's
I
not a
would
Porsche?
prefer.
Stop saying that word.
No. That's just me. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
That's just to me a Ferrari. I guess it's just my perception has never really been like a track focused car. I don't know. That's just my.
Donald is going to like come down from the rafters, and he's
He's in
just
Scottsdale.
yeah, his
gonna drive
spirit's
back
gonna
from
come
Scottsdale
down.
in the
It's just
Roma.
that's
in the
just me.
Roma
I
and
mean,
kick your ass.
I think I think it's more. I don't care what people think. My opinion is. It's just my opinion. It's my opinion
Yeah.
is that I think it's more of a statement than
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
And they drive amazing. Don't get me wrong. That's why I'm saying I would prefer having it in a manual because
Yeah.
I'm not
Interesting.
bringing it to the track as much.
Yeah, you're just gonna
Yeah,
I'm
enjoy the.
gonna drive it like a lunatic.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be.
My only thing about that generation of Ferrari, starting with the 458, is they're so smooth. The steering's so
Oh,
light.
so
The
good. Yeah.
That's one of
Yeah.
the first gearboxes before Porsche that was instantaneous.
Oh.
Their PDK was
Yeah.
nailed, or their
Yeah.
dual
Oh,
clutch
so
nailed
good.
before Porsches,
Yeah.
but it totally changes the
Well-
whole car, and that's basically my ending topic, is that it's not as smooth anymore, and I'm curious to see how people like it.
It's kind of
'Cause
like
it's
you're.
basically just, it's a manual box dropped in a car that was never designed to have a
Yeah,
manual box.
are you going backwards?
And it's not like
yeah.
the GT3 Tourings where they re-engineered everything and
Yeah.
the aero and all this to,
Yeah.
not the aero, but I'm thinking about the GT3 Touring
Yeah,
without a
I mean,
wing.
it's
But
a-
the whole
it's-
car is different with a stick.
And the thing about the Special especially is it's like, it is a car that you can like putz around town in, and when it comes alive, it's like
It's on.
Scary.
It's
whole
on.
different.
Yeah, you gotta
whole
make sure the
different
tires
car.
are warm.
So it's so difficult. It's like one of those things where could you have two? They like with one of each.
Sure.
Because they're both
Yeah.
so. I mean, I've never driven the manual, but
Yeah.
I can only imagine how good it would drive as a manual. But it drives already so well with that.
Yeah, I feel
Dual
like I feel like it would be safe to predict that if you've ever driven, and I haven't, but I'm just saying someone who has, if you've driven an F430 with a manual transmission from the factory, and then you drive the 458 or the Speciale with the dual clutch, I'm sure you could kind of guess what the driving experience would be like, because it's not like those two chassis or engines are so incredibly different from each other. It would be a similar shifting experience in my opinion.
I think that's why it was such a shocking swap, is because that was never built to have a stick.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the Speciale picks up speed so quickly just because you're plucking gears. So
Yeah, I don't know.
It's interesting to see.
It
We'll see if anyone does a review on it.
it would
Maybe
probably
we could get it.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. But
Yeah, and God, I was going to talk about Porsche.
No.
You need to find another topic.
I have one more bit of of info
You
from
figure
the
that out.
news. So, in MotoGP,
Mm-hmm.
Ducati won the World Championship last year, and in World Superbike, Ducati won the championship last year. So,
Just before this moment, let the record be straight. Didn't know there was a difference.
Neither- I don't know.
MotoGP,
I still
World
don't know what
Superbike
you're talking about.
Championship.
I'll
but-
explain it. MotoGP is the equivalent of Formula One. So
Okay.
it's basically prototype motorcycles that go racing.
They go fast.
They go very fast.
Vroom vroom.
They accelerate faster than Formula One cars. Then World Superbike is the factory motorcycle that can be bought at any dealership. Say, so Ducati,
Yep.
it would be a Panigale V4R. For Honda, it would be the Fireblade SP
RR 1000
blah, 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 blah,
RR.
whatever it is. So it's road bikes converted to race bikes. So
Got it.
MotoGP is the pinnacle
I got
of
it.
motorcycle racing.
Who won Isle of Man?
Isle of Man is not won by a lot of Ducatis. The thing is with the Isle of Man, not to get off topic, there isn't really any prize money involved in that. A lot of times it's a privateer team or it's someone who just wants the glory of winning the
Yeah.
TT.
Yeah.
So
Or
a lot
they
of
want
times,
a death wish.
yeah, or a death
So they
wish.
just put
It's on a
together-
cost basis. So a
Yeah.
lot of times you'll see guys on
Is it like Frankenbikes?
no, like BMW S1000 RRs or Honda 1000s or Kawasaki's or whatever. It's you
They're
can
more
get
reliable. I'm just kidding.
no. Well, maybe like
You
10 or
know,
15.
a little fuel pump in the village going 145. Guy Mon comes around the bend and loses a fuel pump.
It broke. No. I mean, back in the day, 15, 20 years ago, I would say, yeah, that's true. But the Ducatis, at least the modern road bikes in the last
Sure, we'll take
10
your word
years
for it.
Yeah, okay.
are so good because of they've been purchased by
Cue
Audi and
Antonio
they got all that
pushing
money.
the Ducati.
Ducati
But
down the road.
that was pre
Yeah,
Audi.
yeah.
That was pre Audi.
Yeah, no problem.
So both of their number one factory riders won the world championship. And in MotoGP, Francesco Bagnaia won last year. And in MotoGP and in World Superbike, you are allowed to pick the race number 1 to use in your next season. And it's like that in other racing series. But what's interesting about this is every MotoGP champion in the modern era, say from 2000 and up, who has chosen to race with number 1 the next year does not defend their title, and they don't win the title again. So my thought is, if Francesco Bagnaia in MotoGP running number 1 this year, I don't think he's going to win, just because I think history repeats itself.
I wonder what the Vegas odds on that are. And I don't want to get into gambling, and I hope everyone gambles responsibly if they do. But I wonder what the odds would be on him if he picks one to
He did
win.
pick one.
Oh, he picked
It's like
one.
He
the,
picked
it's like
one.
the curse of the Madden football.
It's like the Madden cover. Everyone who's on the
Everyone
Madden
was,
cover
Yep.
gets injured the next year, and it was like 20 for 20 for all the Maddens.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool. I think it's really good for the brand.
That's interesting.
Obviously, they won the championship. That they've been chasing the MotoGP
I'm
Ducati
taking
has
the
been
odds.
chasing
I
the
think I'll take the
MotoGP
odds.
championship. They won it in 2007. So to go from 2007 to 2022 with no championship wins is a long time
Who's
to be
been winning?
chasing. Yamaha and Honda and
Got it.
Suzuki won in 2020.
The Japanese brands.
Yeah.
Reliable.
Got some work to do there. Sean, what do you want to talk about today?
Whatever you want. No, well, I was going to talk about a little bit Bring a Trailer we did. Curious to see. I don't think, I'm not going to talk about Porsche. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I
was
think
gonna
you got
talk about
screwed.
the
We kinda dropped that one on you.
GT4S, Yeah.
We'll let it slide if that's what you got.
Well, no, what I was going to say is I think that's going to sell for around 300, but I think 3-4 years from now, they're going to be worth even more. I think
that car's insane. I mean, you've
Well,
driven
yeah.
it. And we
But
just
I
put out a
think-
video on it on the YouTube.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think
we just posted that.
I think that will be one of the future very collectible. It already is a very collectible, but future like 911R situation. But why don't we talk about the E-Ray?
The
E-Ray.
E-Ray.
Here's my thing with the E-Ray.
I think Steve needs to chime in here.
Yeah,
because
Steve, get the
Yes,
mic.
We're not
do.
Corvette guys.
Steve, here's my thing.
That's my Corvette, my
saw,
E-Ray.
I forget where I saw this video, but it was like a launch control video.
I think it's
Yeah.
Spun. Is that the one?
No, I saw that. That was cool. And, like, the electric G-Wagons are doing that, so I guess
Yeah.
that's an electric thing with however it
Spinning
works.
torque.
Yeah, engineering stuff that's over my head. But I saw the E-Ray launch, right? Launch control.
It's nuts.
Yeah, looked kind of slow.
You think so?
It
0 to 60
Can
in
you look it up for me right now? What does that weigh?
2.56, I think was
Do
the
me a
exact
favor.
number.
What does that car weigh? I think that is going to be a great car. I think it's going to sell really well. Is the price out yet? The MSRP for that?
It's going to be over 100, I would imagine.
What are Corvette?
But if
what's
it's close
the
to,
reaction for the hardcore Corvette people?
You get mixed reviews because you know
it's electric.
all the Corvette guys are old and they're like, I want my V8 and nothing else.
Yeah, I was talking to someone the other day in the museum. They were like, "That's not a Corvette. Like Corvettes are extinct. Like they're done." And I'm like, I don't disagree, but it's like we're kind of in the future now.
I think
it was a very smart play.
Yeah.
Like
My
New
thing is,
Balances have
put a
Air
video out, he
Max
said he
like
wants
shocks in them now.
But
New
since
Balances,
every-
they're not your old New Balances anymore. Those have evolved too.
They're hip, and you have a
Those
pair
are
of them.
nice.
Those are nice.
These are my
Those aren't your Pappy's
my
New
996s.
Those are nice.
They're a little worn in. I think I have them in every video.
Did you just say 996?
How did we get to talking about Porsche socks?
Yeah.
We went
didn't.
from Corvette to Porsche socks.
He brought up 996s.
No,
Yeah.
my 996s.
No, that.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I got this. I was on it. What does that car weigh? I gotta know. I like it, but it's not the car for me.
I've only seen.
Oh,
videos
you ready
of
for
it.
Yeah.
this?
yeah.
3,666 pounds.
How much?
Heavy.
3,666
Yeah, but
That's not right.
compared to
That
other
can't be right.
compared to other modern supercars, I feel like that's basically where everything else
Okay.
is. In that like
3,900
35
pounds. I
36.
still think that's
up to
light.
4,000.
up to
Light?
4,000.
The
I feel like it's heavy.
Z06
Maybe
is
I don't know
300
anything
less.
about
So
cars.
the
I think it's
battery's
supposed to be
added
heavier.
good.
I have a
It has
question.
to be the lithium-ion battery.
Yeah.
I have a question. Would you rather have the E-Ray or would you rather have the Z06?
Z06.
Come on.
Okay. No, I mean I think it's a
Porsche.
a logic. Stop,
That's warning one.
dude. Warning one.
Flag.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the power difference?
It's pretty damn close.
They're like right on par. I think the Z06 is what 670,
and
then
the E-Ray is supercharged or no?
No, it's
No,
I think it's NA.
Oh, I'm taking the Z06.
Is it NA as well?
Yeah,
Steve?
It's NA 6.2 liter, and then the
So wait,
Flat plane, right?
is it
No.
the same engine as in the Z06?
cross-plane? No. So you have the cross-plane crank 6.2 that's out of the base model Corvette.
You lost me there.
So
So
it's going to
base model
sound more
Corvette,
like
you
a
lost
muscle
me on the
car
base
then.
model.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's a 6.2. It's an LT engine.
Because
so essentially like a Camaro
from the
engine.
videos that they posted teasing it, it almost sounded like the Z06, like 458-esque sound. It didn't really sound like a muscle car like the base C8.
Yeah, so that's the thing. There's a lot of Corvette guys that are upset with that because it doesn't sound choppy. It's not a choppy V8. It's a
The
flat
Z06.
plane crank.
The Z06.
Yeah, the Z06. It's
Z06
a flat
is-
plane crank, 5.5 liter, right? 5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Z06 is a supercar now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that
I
thing
think
is
it's-
savage.
Well, when we were at in Pebble and we went to Laguna Seca, we went into the pits and we got to see that the first Z06 that you and I saw.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But they had that chassis that was cut half open,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you could see all the
I
stuff
forgot
on the
about that.
inside.
Yeah.
It's a pretty complex car.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
a well-engineered car. And I
it's-
remember talking
it's
to
serious.
I remember talking to Jacob Gilbert, who worked at General Motors a few years ago, about the car, and it was legit. And they were
Yeah.
really cutting costs in the right areas, the plastics and the interior and other things, to keep the cost down because
Yeah.
they were spending so much money on everything else.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a legit car, but would I rather have an all-wheel drive electric hybrid or a rear-wheel drive supercharged hot rod? I mean,
Well, the don't
Well,
don't
when
the
you
even
put it
Z06
that
is
way.
not
Yeah.
the
supercharged.
Z06
Yeah,
isn't.
it's not.
Z06 isn't supercharged.
NA
No, it's not. He's
5.5
talking the
liter.
whole thing. All right, well, I'm still taking the Z06.
NA 5.5 liter, flat plane crank like a Ferrari 458
Right.
or you
Yeah.
know the Voodoo in the
Oh, I had
Mustang.
no idea.
Steve, what are you taking?
600. I'm gonna go with the Z06 because I don't care.
He
you
was
know,
just
I love
about to
that
say
choppy
E-Ray.
6.2 sound. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
But in terms of advancing the
Yeah.
Corvette to what it is meant to
Yeah.
be, like Zora wanted to do this kind of Corvette since the C2.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So it's been a
You're
long
right.
time coming, and I
Right.
think the Z06
Well,
is just
Right.
They're
when
also
ours comes in.
aren't they also going to do the Zora? Isn't that
Well,
on
so
Corvette's horizon?
it's up to debate right now. They're definitely going to do a ZR1.
Okay.
And they're also, it's rumored that there's going to be an all-electric Corvette.
That would make sense.
Okay.
just-
That could be
it's-
like
That'd be
the
cool.
finish.
I would like that.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
That would be cool.
But GM was big on the whole all-weather thing and had a lot of marketing with the E-Ray and snow. It's like, I just don't need a Corvette for that with all-wheel drive.
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm good on it, but
But
that's my
I
opinion.
think it plays to their clientele because at least from what we've seen with Cars and Coffee and the Corvette Club and all the people
There's
that
a huge
love
following in this country.
Corvettes and
And they
drive
drive them
Corvettes,
all
they
weather.
Insane.
they
Yeah.
drive them all the
I've
time.
never seen even the P word, even the P car club.
Yeah.
It's nothing like Corvettes.
Nothing
is
as
like
much
Corvettes today.
At least in the winter. I mean, I saw a base C6 the other day just driving around.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not warm out, but people are driving their cars and enjoying them. So
no, that's how they should be. I agree.
Maybe someone with the E-Ray will actually take it to that ski trip or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know.
All right. Well, should we move on to our second segment of the day?
Yes, I think we should.
You want to talk about it?
What are we
doing?
doing?
It?
So I know Sam and Steve will clarify, but they're going to give us certain criteria.
Okay.
And we need to build our dream car, pick and choose from all different brands, different engines.
Not all different brands.
No, we are not allowed to use Porsche.
Nothing from Porsche.
Nothing from Porsche. So
Ben Taradash just walked in and he seems very pleased. He walked in at
The
the
smile
perfect
on
time.
this man's face.
Yes.
Right
Yeah.
My God, a difference of opinion. Who would have thought?
I'm
So-
excited for this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna see how this goes. So I guess
The
Sam and
thought-
Steve are gonna moderate.
I think the thought that Sam and I had behind this was we have the budget battle coming up.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys are going to be limited. So this is the unlimited budget, what you would build
Excellent.
if you had all the money in the world.
I don't like this
I
game.
feel like I wouldn't be
Sean's going to build a 911, even though he's not allowed
not
to.
allowed. Like a 911.
911. That's
It's going to be a Volkswagen.
Sam
Yeah.
can mute Sean for the
Sam,
next 20
to
minutes.
clarify, Sam just said no 911s.
Okay, fine.
What
No
about
718s either.
Boxsters or Caymans?
Well,
No
we're not going to talk
Porsches.
about that for
Okay.
other reasons.
Okay.
No Porsches. Let's see what we can do here.
Volkswagen or a Schwimmenwagen doesn't count.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Schwimmenwagen.
No Unimogs. Unimog. Okay, Unimogs
All right.
would be cool.
So
All
to
right.
start you off, we're going to talk about purpose.
Okay.
What are you going to do with your vehicle? Is it going to be a track car, dedicated for racing, a street vehicle, just a daily, a fun daily, an off-roader, a time attack car, You're out there, you're trying to set the best time. What are you going to have your hands on? What wheel are you going to have your hands on? A rally car or a drag car?
or anything else you might like.
What about a family car? Is that daily?
Yeah, Sean is a
That's,
family.
that,
Yeah,
that,
Sean
that
is
counts as
throw
a
that
daily.
in.
We can work that in.
Throw that in under
Doesn't
rally.
the category of race car cover basically 90% of what you just said?
All right, I'm going to start. No.
I mean,
I'm
race
going
car.
to start. I'm going to start. My whole mentality with my cars is a car that's built as a street car, but this happened to me last summer with Chuck Krasinski and the Revival guys. He invited me to a track day like 2 weeks out. So I was able to take my street car, which has these components that are ready for the track. So basically I went in, got an alignment, got an oil change, and I was ready to go. So I'm going with a street track hybrid.
A little bit of an all-arounder.
Yes.
What are you
Yeah.
going with, Antonio?
See, I'm gonna have to go with Ben on this one. I think we have similar.
We're getting old. We're getting soft.
No, but we have similar priorities. I would also go with a street car that could be converted to a track car, something that Zoe's ready to pounce kind of thing. Sean,
Pounce.
Pounce.
I like the way you pronunciate it.
Yeah.
pounce.
Pounce.
Hey.
I think what I'm gonna have to go with is what I said, some sort of family situation, but definitely a bit of a sleeper.
I
So
like
I
where
like
Sean's
I'm
going
thinking-
with this.
Sean's
When
got
I'm
an
thinking, I
R63
do
wagon in mind.
Yes, I'm doing
I
a
like
wagon.
this.
I'm definitely doing a wagon.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Probably with we'll fit in some. We'll fit. Some
I like this.
We'll fit some naturally
like where this is
aspirated
going.
12 cylinders. In
Let's
there.
go along with that. We're going to jump to the body and chassis.
Okay.
What are you doing for that?
So I'm gonna definitely have a wagon, I think, because I do a lot of the groceries and I do all. I obviously have 2 kids, stroller situation. So I think I would probably get, like I said, a wagon chassis. It would have to be usable in the winter.
Okay.
So it would have to be, I would get a set of winters on it for the. I don't think I would go anything nuts as far as chassis setup goes. Probably have to do staggered, right? What would we put in the rears? 265.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
265,
pretty big.
245, 265. And yeah, but I mean that's what I would do for a body.
Yeah.
I was a really big fan in 2014 when I went to Pebble Beach for the first and only time. That was right when they reintroduced the E63 wagon
Oh yeah.
again for North America,
Yeah.
and there was they were all out there, and I was in love with it. So
Yeah.
It is a cool
I
car.
think that's a car I would definitely own is the E63 wagon.
Okay.
So think of that when you're thinking of what I'm building.
I think for a body, I mean, I would have to do something, probably a 2-door. I mean, I don't really need the space like you do. So I would do a 2-door. I would want it to be something comfortable, at least on the inside, because I would plan on doing some longer trips if I'm trying to visualize this. I mean, I love Italian cars and Italian design. I would want something to be a combination of smooth lines, but also angular lines. So maybe a combination of feminine and masculine design, like some of the great Italian cars over time.
Have you seen that Zagato Giulia?
Which one?
They made
the
one of
newest
them?
one?
Yeah.
It's
like it's a 2-door
yeah.
and it's a manual.
I don't see. So that's I know. I think.
I don't really have anything good to say about that thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't.
I know.
I
I
don't
love
like
what
that
Zagato's
car.
done. That's the only thing in my life I've seen that doesn't just.
I don't really like that
Hammer
car.
it on.
I don't really. Again, I think for a car.
Just came to mind. Italian 2-door.
Yeah, but I think for most cars, you need to see it in person before you can formulate an actual decision. From the photos that I've seen, I'm not too hot to trot on that.
Yeah. And there's only one. Right?
Yeah, and that's a front engine car. Honestly, I think I would go mid-engine. I know that's probably a topic for down the road on this.
That is a topic, but we can do that right now if you'd like.
Well, Ben has to contribute.
I'm building a 2-door hatch.
2-door hatch.
I'll leave it at that for now. Let the suspense build. 2-door hatch.
Okay, cool.
Subaru.
Okay.
Kill me. That's what I end up with. All right, what's the next category?
All right. Well, I think since you discussed engine position, we should pick an engine to go in this vehicle. So, what's your power plant?
It's going to be a front engine, rear wheel drive, 2-door hatch.
Yes, but what type of engine?
Are you describing
Oh, you
your
want the type
135?
of
Yeah,
engine.
you're gonna go 6-cylinder. You're gonna go V8.
No,
know,
I want
V12.
I want
W16.
no, I want a naturally aspirated V8, and
Yeah.
I really I think of the Ryan Turek GT86 with the 458 engine in front.
That's cool.
With the intake ducts going through the windshield type
It's
of thing.
nuts.
I don't know if that's. I like that engine.
Let me
I
take
really
a guess of what you want.
What?
You want a 1 Series hatch.
No, it's not a
with-
1 Series hatch. It's not a 1.
With
I don't
a
want a 1
4-liter
Series
V8
hatch.
from the M3.
No, no. I'm trying
be
to
a cool
avoid
build.
picking the S65. But for now, let's just go with. Let's pretend it fits, and let's go with that 458 engine.
Okay.
In the front, rear wheel drive.
Oof. I'm trying to prioritize weight, and I don't want something to be too heavy. So I think, and someone could correct me if I'm wrong because I don't know how much these engines weigh. I want to go I want a V10, but I think it would make more sense to have a turbocharged 5-cylinder from the RS3 or something like that.
Have you ever seen the Connaught V10? The one that Drive Tribe's doing?
No.
It's a 2-liter VR10. It's about that big.
Okay.
And they're putting it in a Miata.
He went like that.
For
Thank you.
size,
Whoa.
Sam went like this.
So
Yeah.
I think that, and I think it's supercharged, and there might be an
Yeah.
X20 version or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean that's a good idea, but I think I'm gonna go with the Audi RS3 5-cylinder engine. I think that's what I'm gonna go.
Solid choice.
Mid-engine.
Solid choice.
Yeah,
So.
good choice.
Do you think I could fit a Carrera GT 10-cylinder in a wagon?
As
Yeah,
morning
absolutely.
No,
Yes,
no
you can.
Porsche. You're not
3 and
allowed.
you're out.
No.
Hey, listen, I that one snuck in. I would probably put that SL 65 black.
Oh my God.
I'd probably put that.
Sean's like, I think I need some torque. 750 foot-pounds.
That's what I'm putting in my wagon.
That's a great choice.
That car
Wow.
is nuts. That SL 65
I
black.
did get a chance to drive that.
That thing's like a
It's a
silent killer.
5-speed. This is all you have to know about that car. 5-speed automatic. Top speed is 210. So
And it is It's an unbelievable sounding motor, so torquey, 12-cylinder.
That's a great car.
Let's throw that in a wagon.
Oh boy! All right,
Barry's
What's
going to
next?
make sure the kids are never late to
River's
school.
going to get to school on time.
That's great.
We're gonna be at school a day early.
The most hated man in the pickup line.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
Well, I think you guys already discussed rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, mine will be all
I
over.
didn't
So-
say. I didn't describe.
Oh,
but
well then you gotta explain that.
I think I'm gonna go with all-wheel drive, nice and safe. I'm gonna do 70% in the rear, 30% in the front, so I can ensure that I can
Boring.
drive. This is my car, not
I
yours.
said it's boring. It's my opinion.
All right, that's your opinion. 70% in the rear, 30% in the front, so I can drive it in pretty much any condition
Be a
and
lunatic.
and have fun.
Yeah,
and-
true.
But also be safe.
All right, fine.
All right, so for clarification, NA flat plane crank V8 for Ben.
Yeah.
Antonio, you're going with a V10
I'm gonna correct that.
No,
that's
no.
too much power.
RS3.
Me first.
RS3.
That's too much power. I'm going with the 430 Scudery engine,
Ooh, I like that.
not the 458.
I don't know, I like that.
Yeah.
It's my
One of the
All
greatest
right.
sounding Ferraris ever.
All right.
And Barry's going twin turbo, right?
Yeah,
Twin turbo
naturally
V12.
aspirated. Oh, no, it is a twin turbo. Yeah, it's a
Twin
twin
turbo.
turbo 12-cylinder. It's nuts.
All right. So transmission. How are you going to put that power down?
Oof.
Screw it. 6-speed sequential.
Yeah. So, in terms of practicality, a dual clutch would, if you're gonna drive, in my mind, I want to drive this car every day. A dual clutch would probably be easier to control.
They make sequential boxes now
Yeah.
with a shifter and paddle
I
shifters.
think, yeah, I
That's
think,
what
I
would
think
do.
I would
The
do
air,
Yeah,
air brake.
I would do some sort of sequential,
Very
so
expensive.
or like take the Koenigsegg approach with the
Yeah.
with their latest
Ooh.
the
Automatic
I don't
manual.
remember the name of the car, the CC
CCX.
850, whatever it is. I
That's
think I
a
would
good
do something
move.
like that. Have the availability of being able to use an automatic transmission, but then also
like
if I
that.
wanted to shift gears, I can put it over and do that. So have the option of both.
Great choice. Sean?
Barry's going to do the Flintstone feet.
I was trying to think of a joke, and you took it away.
Beat you to the spot.
I'm going to do 3 on the tree.
Those would be really long gear ratios.
No, I would do I would keep it simple. I'd probably do just a 6-speed.
Yeah, just 2 on the tree.
Yeah, 6-speed automatic transmission. Probably
6-speed
du-
auto?
Dual
Well, you
clutch.
need.
dual clutch.
Well,
Dual
I know
clutch.
there costs no option, but they put an automatic in that instead of a better transmission because it couldn't handle the torque.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Wow.
It's
I mean, that
insane.
car's.
I mean, I'm sure
absolutely
with all the money in the
absurd.
world, you can figure it out. But
Yeah, no, I'm keeping it. You don't
that's-
need
that's
a
smart.
manual on that.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I think it would just be a car that you
All right.
you know top speed
Fair.
is
So we got a flappy paddle guy.
dual
A
clutch. Yeah.
Christian von Koenigsegg, please give me your
Prototype.
transmission,
I like
daddy,
that answer,
please.
Antonio.
Yeah.
That's
And a sequential
Creative.
6-speed.
yeah.
Christian von Mulligari.
All right, the hard stuff's out of the way.
Okay.
How about aesthetics? Who we going with? Sean's going with the sleeper.
Sleeper, yeah, would look, again, it would have to be, I don't know the colorway or anything like that, but it wouldn't be over the top. I would probably
Subtle.
I'll be honest, I do like to, sorry.
Hello.
I do like tinted windows for kids, so I'd probably have, some tints on it. It would be a darker color, grayish. Silver wheels, I don't like black wheels.
Silver
and
wheels.
Yes, silver
That
wheels.
shouldn't be. It should
Yeah.
be silver wheels. Like
Yeah,
we
there's
shouldn't
no-
have to choose on that, right?
Yeah.
Like
But black wheels
You
are
have black wheels on your car, don't you?
no, they're gray.
no.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. That's right. I'm the black wheel guy.
And then I would have no badging, nothing, nothing to indicate that it's
it's
a death
crazy.
machine.
Yeah.
I like the low key flex method with like a nice color, but you
Mm.
don't know
Mm.
how like rare it is type of thing. I don't want to say the 3-letter terminology from a certain German car company with their custom color.
If I
Program?
say it backward,
An Audi
STP. Yes, not the
Tailor-made.
not the oil.
So
Ferrari
I want to go
tailor-made.
like a
Yeah.
rare, like blue color that's not too in your
Uh.
face. No sunroof, plastic rear windows, that type of vibe.
Cool.
Silver wheels, that's not an option. There's one checkbox and it's silver, no other color.
Yep.
Cool.
That type of thing, you know. So, you know, pop out rear windows is a must.
Oh,
Must.
that's
Fancy.
Little, it's a hatchback, so you gotta have a little spoiler over the rear. Maybe like dual rear wiper situation.
cool.
Made
Okay.
of carbon fiber
Wow.
type of vibe.
Keeping that weight down with some
Color-wise, I
Yeah.
don't think I mentioned a color for
wipers.
mine. I think I would
Yeah,
do.
wipers.
I think I would do some like off either like a British racing green, or I would do some sort of off-colored maroon, like a Rosso Mugello Ferrari color or
Yeah.
something like that.
Mhm.
This guy.
What? Yeah.
Nice.
He
All
goes.
right,
yeah,
Didn't see that coming.
Finally, interior. Are you going to go
Interior.
full race spec? You going to go comfort mode?
Oh, it's all about comfort at my age. You gotta be comfortable. I'm all about comfort. So,
Sean's
comfort-
actually
Sean's
built
getting
for
love
comfort.
seats from Cardis and just
comfort
plopping them in.
with yeah, no comfort with. I'm thinking.
Hello?
I'm not thinking like Maybach comfort. I'm thinking
Oh.
like.
Maybach.
What am I thinking? I don't even know what I'm thinking.
Don't say
Can't use the
it.
P word.
This is hard, huh?
Who else?
Dude, Rolls-Royce makes great seats, too.
Mercedes has good seats.
Yeah.
I'd probably do something custom to my
My
liking.
liking.
May
But
I?
it would be comfortable, but it would still hold you in because you need it with that kind of power. But my ultimate goal would be to make sure I'm nice and cozy
Nice.
while going
Nice.
140 miles an hour on 95.
Nice.
Perfect.
Which we haven't done. We're just saying
No, no,
theoretically.
We don't condone that sort
hypothetically.
of behavior.
I think I agree with Sean about the comfort aspect. I mean, I see myself driving this car every day, so I feel like I would want to have some sort of, aesthetically speaking, like a carbon bucket type situation, but I would want to have heated and ventilated
Just
seats.
saying the same thing to myself.
And I would really like a heated wheel. I mean, my fingers always get
smart.
cold, so I feel like a
Heated
heated
knob.
wheel, and then
Heated steering wheel.
something I like a simple steering wheel. I don't really want to have buttons and a ton of stuff. I just want to have a steering wheel, and I would like to have probably a leather wheel, heated, maybe some contrasting stitching so it looks good, but I don't want something overly complicated that I have to press a bunch of buttons. Like, I don't want to do that. I just want to drive. I
With your
think
heated steering wheel.
Yeah.
What I like, I got to keep the hands warm,
Okay.
I turn the steering wheel on, a heated steering wheel, and it's instantly too hot, and I have to turn it off.
Feel how cold my fingers are.
Poor blood flow.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Gotta exercise.
It's all that. Oh no.
Don't
Olive
say
oil
it.
makes your blood flow better.
Yeah,
I-
I
Your
haven't
fingers
had
are
enough-
actually very cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have Raynaud's or whatever
Yeah.
that's called. Like
Raynaud's.
the poor circulation in my fingers. So, like, I'm
Yeah.
always cold. My
Okay.
fingers are.
Anyways. So I love when I sat in the McLaren F1 when it was in the
Ooh.
Oh, nice
showroom.
flex there. When I sat in the McLaren F1.
I don't know
I
if you,
sat in it. I was like a dream. I had to sit in it.
are you allowed to say that?
Of course. Someone's got to move it. I
Yeah.
took my shoes
I took it off the
Yeah.
truck. You put it on.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
took my shoes off.
I
So
may or may not
that's
have sat
I don't
in
want
it
to go
as well.
center seat situation, but the way they have all the buttons laid out right here, like I want to have I want to be able to have like two panels on each side, one panel on each side with all my stuff. So gear knob here, all the buttons I need right here, so the dash is like super clean.
It's kind
So
of
it's
like,
like a
the
pilot.
Corvette
You're like a pilot.
with the
Yeah, the
driver's.
Corvette has
Yeah,
that.
like a
Cockpit.
not like a I think it meant like a Honda Pilot. I'm like no.
No, like a
Like
pilot.
a pilot.
Yeah,
yeah.
fighter
So
jet.
something like that.
Gid.
Nice, simple, 3-spoke wheel. You know, I want like high quality, like cowhide everywhere, like nice leather.
Yeah.
in the whole thing.
Tactile.
Yeah, super
yeah.
nice. Heated seats, ventilated
Ooh.
seats, but I want like carbon buckets with like the cowhide.
Are
Titanium
you
machine
gonna go the
buttons.
Rolls Royce route and only use bulls and not cows?
Only use what? Oh, bulls? Oh, I don't know.
Because cows skin stretches. 'cause
No,
they
what
have
I'm going to do
babies.
with all the money in the world, I'm going to actually open my own 100,000 acre farm, and only the best cows will be
Nice.
laid to
Skinned
rest and
for your
honored,
car,
and they will
yeah.
be honored for
Yeah.
eternity. So I think that's kind of where I'm going with
So what's
it.
the MSRP on your car?
My car, everything considered, one of one, it's probably $1.5 million.
Good lord. I was thinking more in the range of like 250.
I thought it was like
It's perfect.
35 grand.
No, I have to
Yeah.
approve
With
all
those
the
pop
stitching.
out,
Yeah.
pop out windshields and whatnot.
No.
Ugh.
It's not gonna be cheap.
Yeah, I don't. I'm saying like 250.
Mine's about $140.
$140. That engine itself is like 70 grand.
That's what I'm saying. It's a wagon, okay?
Oh my God.
My thing is, and I know this is an unlimited budget, but I feel like if I had something that was that expensive, I'd be too afraid of driving it. I would want to just.
But you have all the money in the world. Just build
I know.
another one.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a dream
Yeah,
car.
true.
That's the point of this
Yeah,
exercise.
Yeah, I know. I'm being too logical with this.
I feel confident with my answers.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think-
Sam can render
Yeah.
our cars.
By tomorrow.
Are you gonna pay me extra?
no.
Sam.
Sam.
Oh man.
All right,
You wanna
I'd
wrap
say
it?
that concludes the unlimited budget segment of
Yeah.
today's episode. Stay tuned for the actual budget battle, which is hopefully
Yeah,
coming within the
that's-
year.
That's coming. That's going to be a lot of fun.
That's gonna be our
I
fire
can't
fest.
stop looking at cars for sale.
Oh, I do this
I
all day
literally,
anyway.
I cannot
Tell me
stop.
about it. Yeah.
I can't stop looking at and I don't know which route I want to go, and whatever route I think it's going to be just so good. But we have someone that we're interviewing that's pretty exciting coming up, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
So
We
that'll be a
stay
future
tuned for that.
episode.
I don't want to spoil it yet. Are we recording again before
Yes.
before then? I assume so, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe next
Yeah.
episode we'll give it away, but
Yeah.
big major influence in cars.
Yes.
Specifically
Cars.
cinematic realm.
One of
and we've got a
Sam's
big
favorite
fan here,
people.
Sam, who loves the cars we're talking about. So
I saw the movie in theaters.
don't give it away.
He's not giving
We kind of
anything
just gave it away, but
no,
you know where we're getting at.
Yeah.
So we're super excited about
Life
that.
is a highway, bro.
Yeah,
So
it is, bro.
I think that's a good place to end.
Dude, this was fun.
it was a lot
We
of fun.
missed you.
Speak for
Not
yourself.
letting you leave again.
That was a bad high five. I was going for the high five.
That was a
Aw.
low five.
Yeah, you always do that to me.
That was a
Sean
low
will give me
3.
a high five. Thank you. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what your dream build would be in the comments.
I want to see some outrageous stuff in the comments.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
from the guys that always are hating on us. What would you build? A Chevelle? Like, let's hear it.
I also want to know if people would get the manual special versus the
That's a good
Yeah,
manual or
yeah.
automatic?
or
I'm
automatic
going automatic.
Special. Me too.
Final answer.
High
Me
five.
too.
Whoa, get your thing out of my way.
Get your rod out of my way.
All right, let's
All right,
go.
cut.
Bye, Mom.
Get your roll.
This is the funniest episode we've ever done.